HoopsOnLane.com Fan Podcast, Episode 65, Penn State Big Ten Tournament Game.
Hoops on Lane Fan Podcast is sponsored by About Face Cosmetic Therapy Center because basketball season is also laser hair removal season.
You're listening to Hoops on Lane, a fan-produced pregame and postgame podcast about the Ohio State University men's basketball team. Visit hoopsonlane.com or subscribe where you listen to podcasts for all the latest episodes and information. Now here's your host, Dave Horning.
Greetings, Hoops fans. This is Dave Horning for HoopsOnLane.com Fan Podcast with a preview of the next Ohio State Buckeyes game, which will be the first game of the postseason, which starts with the Big Ten Tournament, which is being played this year in Madison Square Garden and starting a week earlier than in most years. The Ohio State Buckeyes finished the regular season Big Ten Conference play with a record of 15 wins and 3 losses, tied for second place with Purdue and 1 game behind Michigan State. Since the Buckeyes beat Purdue in their only game, we have earned the second seed and a double bye. No game on Wednesday or Thursday this week. The Buckeyes' first game will be televised on the Big Ten Network and will be played on Friday, March the 2nd at 6:30 p.m. tip-off against the winner of the Penn State Northwestern game. And as it turns out, the winner was Penn State. Darn, I was really cheering for Northwestern. It's not just that Penn State has beaten us twice. It is just that they have played such a physical style of play that I have no desire to play them again and subject our players to potential injury. In that first game between Ohio State and Penn State, Josh Reeves played Keita Bates-Diop tough. Keita finished with a great three-point shot that tied the game at 79 points before Penn State's Tony Carr made that long shot from three-quarters court to win the game. Keita finished 4 of 6 on his three-point shots and with 24 points. Keita was in foul trouble for much of the game because of stupid touch fouls called by the refs, who were letting the Penn State big men pound on Caleb and Keita. It was the worst refereed game of the year. There were very many examples of physical play that Penn State used against Ohio State in that game of Columbus. Number 44 for Penn State is 6'10 senior forward Julian Moore, and he looked like he was being coached to play basketball against Caleb Wesson. Caleb played some great defense himself, but it was fair and honest. And Penn State also played fair and honest defense at times with success. However, Penn State doesn't always play fair on defense. In the second game between Ohio State and Penn State, at Penn State, Josh Reeves caused an ankle injury to Caleb Wesson in the first 2 minutes of the game when he got his feet underneath Caleb, who was coming down with the defensive rebound. I thought it was a dirty play, and I applauded Coach Holtman for taking a technical foul shortly thereafter to protest the overly physical play of Josh Reeves. Let's hope that Caleb is now fully recovered from that ankle injury. Penn State's ability to play physical against Ohio State may be more limited in this upcoming matchup. That is because the Penn State center, Mike Watkins, was injured in the Michigan game last Wednesday. It happened when he jumped to try to block a shot and landed on one leg, that entire leg absorbing the energy of his 250-pound body. Watkins is game to game with his return. He only played 5 minutes in that Michigan game and did not play at Nebraska. He did not play against Northwestern in the Big Ten Tournament either. Will he play against Ohio State? Penn State's starting lineup will probably be number 21, 6'9 freshman forward/center John Harrar. He got the start instead of number 44, 6'10 senior center Julian Moore. But look for them both to be in the game to replace Mike Watkins, who I am assuming will not play. Number 11, 6'8 sophomore forward Lamar Stevens. Number 23, 6'4 junior guard Josh Reeves, Penn State's best defender, who will be probably assigned to guard Keita Bates-Diop. Number 10, 6'5 sophomore guard Tony Carr, the player who made 4 of 5 three-point attempts against Ohio State and Columbus, including the game winner from midcourt. He was 6 of 10 against Northwestern. And finally, number 33, 6'2 senior guard Shep Garner, who also was 4 for 5 on his three-point attempts against Ohio State and Columbus. He made the first 2 from long range, 10 feet outside the three-point arc. The Buckeyes just weren't ready at the beginning of that game when it was played in Columbus. Will the Buckeyes be ready on Friday night? Shep Garner must be more closely guarded, even when he is 30 feet away from the basket. That's number 33, Shep Garner. Penn State is coached by Patrick Chambers in his 7th year. Penn State relies on the shooting of their 2 guards, Tony Carr and Shep Garner. If Ohio State can shut them down, we will win easily. But that is easier said than done. They shoot from such long distance, 5 to 10 feet from behind the three-point arc. So how do you extend your defense to guard that? I have no idea how to stop that, and it will be interesting to see what Coach Holtman has up his sleeve. Ohio State's starting lineup will be number 34, 6'9 freshman center Caleb Wesson, number 33, 6'7 junior power forward Keita Bates-Diop, Number 15, 6'2 senior shooting guard Cam Williams. Number 3, 6'1 junior shooting guard or point guard C.J. Jackson. And number 1, 6'4 senior guard Jayshawn Tate, point guard or small forward. Ohio State is coached by Chris Holtmann in his first year. This is Dave Horning for HoopsOnLane.com Fan Podcast. Go Bucks! Beat Penn State!